This is a message to my black men and black women. Never, never let any other race try to hurt your people. Never. So we must start love one another as we love ourselves. Stand up and fight. Fight with all our might.
Whoa.
Never let no one hurt my people. Never, never,
President
never.
of Iran.
Listen what I'm saying. We are the first man.
The funeral of the President of Iran.
So don't let anyone come and tell you
His death have been caused by the President of the United States. His death have been caused by the President of the United States. And other people also, men, women, and children, babies. It's a shame to see what is taking place with the hands of the European, and everybody is all unconcerned. Yes, everybody is all unconcerned. Death of other leaders is caused by the hands of the United States government and the Israeli government. And everybody sit back unconcerned. The government of other countries and the media also sit back unconcerned, letting this leader of the United States going around and said he can do anything and get away with it. He said one time he can go into New York City and kill someone and get away with it. That's the mentality that he had. And everybody sit back, listening to this leader of the United States saying all type of manner of things. All type of things. And getting away with it. You could imagine? That's the mentality the government leaders of the United States is marching along with. And everybody sit back, unconcerned, playing games with the mind of the people. I said in past program, when a government no longer can control the people will go astray. And that's what is taking place in dispensation. Now he's going to Europe to make the final decision. What is the final decision they're going to be making? Why are the European government is gathering up? What are they going to talk about? So something is not right someplace. They're going to be talking about something. To get rid of the leader of Russia, or to get position of the land of Iran, or speak about the Chinese leaders, what are they going to speak about? Are they going to tell you what they talk about? I am telling you, they are coming to a final decision. And it have to be either one of those countries. You're not going to speak about Venezuela, Cuba, Panama. No, sir. They want dominance over this land for the one world order. And the head of the one world order is the United States government. One world order. You know what I mean? So the one world order must come in whenever time they want it to be. Whenever time they want it to be, this one world order must come. Yes, sir. So what you going to do about it, Mr. Black Man? When they want one world order. And it's the United States want the one world order. But for them to get the one world order, they have to gather up with NATO. And Putin is sitting there, and the Chinese leader is sitting there, and none of them really helping Iran. Ask yourself this question: should they help Iran? Iran is the border of Africa, and the African people government are not helping Iran. They are not helping Iran. So we have a problem. And what is the problem? Iran sit by himself. And every European, do you know what's going on? Do you know none of the European is at the funeral procession of the leaders and the other people that have been killed in Iran? Not one of them are there. No European leaders are representative is at the procession of the funeral. Only Indian, Pakistanians, and the other place that they call Middle East. You don't see no representative from Ethiopia, Nigeria, Zimbabwe. So something is wrong with my people. And by your lack of earthly knowledge, you stuck. And that's why the white men can do what they want with other people like me, the woolly man. And we is not trying to overstand nothing. We want to sit under the standing. and talk bullshit about God and Jesus and forget that those name or word have been given to you by the European white man. You totally forget. I'm trying to clear your head that those words are not of our grandfathers. You don't want to hear that. You do not want to hear that. You want to continue listening to the white man and figure he's the one with the knowledge. The knowledge that he gained or obtained is from us. Only thing he do is increasing what we gave him because he's not the original man of the planet. And that could make you understand much better. So the original person or original creature have to know about the place more than any other rest of creature. Hello? But you can't understand that. And that's the problem the woolly man is having. They tell you all type of bullshit and you go for it. And I'm telling you, he's not the original man. He's the last man come in existence. And he gave you God and gave you Jesus. And now he's telling you that Jesus is God and God is Jesus. So which one is it? But all I'm saying, none of the European leaders or representatives is at the procession of the funeral of the leader of Iran. So we have a problem. And the problem that we, the woolly men, have are the people of color that the European is seeking after one world order so they can dominate and do what they want to do with other people. Look, the president of the United States caused the death of the guy that's sitting on the right, on the left, sorry. And other leaders, because he can do what he wants and he will not get in trouble. That's how mightyful the guy is. Look, the president of the United States is so mightyful. He said he can do any goddamn thing he wants. Grab them by the butt or grab them by the... You know what he's talking about. Because they're like that. So he's a bad dude. You can't mess with that guy when he can go to any place and kill the leaders or take the leaders away and let you know, hey, if you mess with me, I will F you up. So do what I want you to do. I need oil. And if you don't give me the oil, I'm going to kill all your babies and kill all your grandkids. And kill everybody in your family. You know they did that with Saddam Hussein. You know what they did with Gaddafi? They kill his boy, they kill his grandson, and the rest of Saddam Hussein people got to run away. And who did that? The American government. Who killed Gaddafi? The American government. We get him. That's how they do shit. So why Putin is sitting there unconcerned, hiding in his bunker once in a while? Why is he afraid? Hello? Why Putin is afraid of the European? Because they're going to kill him. That's their plan. But he's trying to kiss up with the President of the United States. Look, the President of the United States is a stricter. He's smart talk you. Have you ever seen him mob speak from New York? Those gangsters? He's using British psychology on other government and they can't see because he's speaking like he's nice with them. And in the corners, he's trying to get rid of them. He's a two-faced man, or a two-card man, or a three-card man. Just like the president of Turkey. I said he's a three-card man. He tried to talk and try to smart other leaders. Smart them. Talking like he's on their side when he's not. And the same shit he's doing with Putin. And Putin is going for that. And it's the same thing United States government leader is doing with Putin. Call him up and talk like everything is okay. And he's going for the bullshit. He can't see that they're conning him. In the meantime, they're sending weapons to Ukraine. But he's still talking to the President of the United States. In the meantime, he's talking to Turkey leader, and the Turkey leader is sending stuff to Ukraine. He can't see, he's not, look, he's not a real leader, if you want to know. Putin is not a real leader. Because you're smart in him. They're telling him yes when they mean no. And I think the time has come for them to get him. Don't take my word. I'm talking from myself. I'm always speak from myself. Not from books. Because book is written by man, thought, idea, and they're doing, and they're saying. I speak from myself. Whatever comes from the mouth, I utter. Or what in the mind, I take it out in words. So I am not trying to play in a game with you. I'm telling you something is wrong. And Putin cannot see what is wrong. And they're going to make the final decision, the European and the American government. That's it. So if you cannot understand what I'm saying, hang tight, relax. You will get it sooner or later. And that's how things work out. When someone speaks, you don't get it right away. You get it sooner or later. So hang tight. That's all I'm saying. But what I'm saying to you, that the President of the United States caused the death of these children, men and women, and the leader of Iran. Is he going to pay a price? Hello? When someone causes the death of another human being, is he going to pay a price? The story of Moses, when Moses killed the Egyptian and buried him in the sand on his way to the man's house, is he going to pay a price? The story of David kill Uriah and take his wife to bed, is he going to pay a price? They said he pay a price already, because when the woman get pregnant, the firstborn die. But it's for real. That would not be a price, because the firstborn die from the woman. That's the woman having the problem with the child. So if you go with those stories, you can get some understanding. Is it of jealousy? Because why the United States government want to interfere with other government doing? That's all I'm asking. Every government should take care of their people. There's no government coming to the United States to tell the government how to take care of their people here. Look, we got homeless people here. We got people who doesn't have food to eat. We got people who doesn't have clothes to wear. In the Caribbean is the same shit. In Africa is the same shit. People don't have food to eat, they don't have clothes to wear, and they don't have shelter. And they're homeless. They don't have a job to sustain themselves. It's the same shit in the United States. But a lot of people cannot see that. If you go down to Skid Row right now, there is thousands of people homeless, have no food, going into the garbage can. So it's not better no place. If you go to Barbados, Trinidad, Grenada, St. Kitts, St. Vincent, it's the same. Only thing, there's nothing in the garbage can. What in the garbage can hardly can be taken out. What's in the garbage can in the United States, you can take it out and recycle it again. Not in Africa, not in the Caribbean. That's the difference. But people are going into trash can to find food, clothing, and find things for shelter. And so we have the same problem. You don't see nobody sending money here to help us here. No African is not sending any money here. No donation. Just think about it. I am going to set up a fund for the African to send donation here so we can help the homeless. Because we have homeless people. Huh? You do what? I said we got homeless people here, and no one from the Caribbean is not sending no donation to help the homeless of the United States. Tell me which organization you know of that getting money from the Caribbean, from donors, to help the homeless in the United States. Or you didn't hear what I said? We got homeless people. Read my lip. They do not have any shelter. They cannot pay the rent to find a place to live. They live on the street, in tents, or in mobile homes. They use the bathroom on the sidewalk. They go in garbage can to find food. You didn't hear what I just said? But there is no African sending donation to help. But yet still we send donation to Africa. We send donation to the Caribbeans. So you see what I'm trying to let you understand? Everybody have that problem, every country. So we need to find out why every country is having this problem of homeless, foodless. We need to know that. And once we understand the problem, we can correct it. Look, Africa have more land more than the United States. Africa have more land more than Canada. Africa have more land more than the Chinese, as you call it, Africa. And people don't have land to plant their grains, because they're caught up with drugs and alcohol. And the European is marching up into the land of El Cabilan and taking away the land from the original people. And the original people is marrying up these European white women. So when they marry these white women, the land is taken away from them. And that's what's going on all over the Caribbean and all over El Cabilan. And that's why they are killing the leaders of those countries. They just kill the leader of Iran. Which next leader they're going to be killing? You think they're going to stop? So in the meantime, we keep our goddamn mouths shut, not uttering anything. So we let the bullshit goes on. The Venezuelan leader is in prison. He's not coming out. Because look, there's no trial right now. Next year for a trial. In the meantime, they have him in custody. What do you know what they're doing to him right now? Do you know if he's getting drugs or medication to mess up his mind completely? Do you know that? What the hell? What they hold him in there doing? They hold him in jail, take him from his country with his wife, You don't know the barbaric brutality that these Europeans have regard to other race of people. No, sir. And by you don't understand what is taking place physically, you get caught up and you're stuck. And once you're stuck in silly shit, that's how it's going to be. You figure everything is okay. And that's the problem. Remember, people are homeless in Africa and they don't have any land. People are homeless in the United States and they don't have any land. People are hungry in the United States and they don't have any food. Let's think about it. So if you've never been heard that before, this is the first time. Listen carefully. People don't have food to eat in the United States. They go to the garbage can. People in the United States is begging. People in Africa is begging. And who are they begging from? Or who they begging? They're begging the European and they're begging the African and they're begging the Americans. Are they begging the Caribbeans? Yes, Caribbean is sending money to Africa. Africa is not sending any money to the Caribbean. I don't think so. Yeah? But the Caribbean people is sending money to the beggars in Africa. They're not sending any money to the beggars in the United States. I can hear you. The Caribbean people are not sending any money to the beggars of the United States. They send money to the beggars of El Cabilan, as you call it in Africa, so they can build big fancy house. Listen, if you're a beggar, you don't need no big ass goddamn fancy house. You're just a beggar that cannot sustain yourself. So what you need a big house for? A 15-bedroom house. You gotta put shit in there when you finish. If you do finish it, you gotta put TV, you gotta put radio, you gotta put pots and pans, salt and pepper, table, bed, chair. You gotta put all that shit up in there. Where are you gonna get all the money from to do that when you have no coming in? So somebody's playing game with somebody's mind. So all these Africans that is putting up all these big mansions and they don't have any sustenance for the mansion, they're going to be stuck sooner or later. You didn't hear shit I'm saying. Look, if you don't have any source of getting money to maintain what you're doing, you're going to mess up sooner or later. It's very simple. If you buy a car with all your money that you have and you have no more to buy gas to keep it running or to fix the engine or to buy the light bulb when it blows out, you're going to be stuck. That car going to be parking. And guess what? There's a lot of them parking in the United States. Guy take his one money, he got $1,000 to buy a car. If you get that, it got to be registered. And it's got to be have insurance. And you got to put gas in it. If you get all of that, you want to make it. Some people buy a car and doesn't have a license. If you get it, got to drive the car. So when the popo caught him, they take it away. Because he don't have a license and he could not get a license. Read my lips. The reason why he can't get a license, he got a problem. He got head problem. Or we cannot pass the test to get the license. You got to read and write to get the license. You're not going to get it unless you do all that tests. But he forget about that. So he just buy a car with his one money. They put it in impound and he can't take it out because he don't have a license. That's all I'm saying. Talking from myself. So if you build a big mansion, trying to build a big mansion, and you don't have any money coming in to finish the mansion, you're going to stuck sooner or later. And there's a lot of them stuck in the Caribbean. They went to Canada, they got some money, they went back home, they try to be a big mansion. You don't need a big mansion by yourself. No, sir. Build a one bedroom. A place to bathe, a place to eat, and a place to sleep, and a place to sit down. That's all you want. And if you get some more money, you can do it again later on. And if you get some more money later on, you do it again. And now you have a bigger place. You want a bigger place? You get some more money, you do it again. So what are you keeping all these big places for? To let other people know you got a big place. No. Unless you're going to put somebody inside there. Rent it out. If you can deal with renters. Because they're a headache them also for you. But by you don't understand those things, you're going to have a problem. Your mansion going to sit there and can't finish. In the meantime, the storms are weathering it down. Mildew. Got to start all over again. And that's how it is. We got homes here the same way. People start business in the United States. They build a house and they can't finish it. It's sitting there. Some people die and leave it. Government take it over. Because a relative doesn't want it. It's not everybody want a house. It's not everybody want a car. It's not everybody want a bank account. It's not everybody want to save money. They get it, it's got to go. Because they got a hole in their hand. Or a hole in their pocket. They can't keep the money. It's got to go. And that's how a lot of people do things. Some people don't want to pay rent. And some people don't want apartment. That's why we having this problem all over the world. So that's why we have homeless and we have beggars. But if you're just smart beggars, you don't spend all the begging. No, sir. You don't spend all the begging when you get it. Because you got to go back tomorrow and beg again. Am I making sense to you? Smart beggars, they beg and they don't go for 3-4 days to beg. Whereby you cannot understand that. That's why you keep on begging. If I'm going to beg to build a mansion, I am not going to start the mansion until I finish beg. Because When the people that is giving you in your begging, they're gonna see what you're doing, buying all these expensive car from your begging. They're gonna wake up, drinking all this expensive champagne from your begging. They're gonna wake up and stop giving you. You're begging and drinking 30, 40, $60 bottle of champagne, and these people that is giving you their dollars is not drinking those champagne. They're going to realize, hey, I'm just wasting my dollar. But look, if 1,000,000 people give you $1, that's $1,000,000 you get. But you does not get it one time. But in the meantime, the people that give you the $1 see that you're messing up. So they're going to stop. And that's how it is. Look, I have guys that came to me that is they're beggars. They go to the airport and they beg. And they will come and they will buy a car from me for $2,000 cash. They wear tie and they wear suit. But they are beggars. That's what they do. Sometimes the government arrests them because they've been in the location for too long. But they don't have any license. And they will buy a car from me. So what I do, I make sure that I have no problem when I sell them that car. I turn in my paper to DMV. I'm no longer the owner of that car. And in 3-4 weeks, they mess that car up. I will get a letter from DMV. But I'm not responsible. I'm just giving you a little overstanding so you can understand what I'm saying. So you know I'm not bullshitting you or playing game with you. But if you want to be a beggar and you want to do construction and you're begging, it's not going to work. Trust me, it's not going to work. You got guys here begging their suit, shirt and tie. Go through the supermarket and they beg. I know one guy go to the supermarket and beg. He got $300-400 in his pocket and he's still begging. He don't care. That's what he do. And he get a large check too from the government. But by you can't overstand, you stop. So back to what I was saying. The President of the United States going to make a final decision with these European, NATO, and what NATO is all about. You hurt one, you hurt all. And that's it. That's it. They're going to do something about this Putin, or they're going to do something about this Chinese, or they're going to do something about the Iranians. Because they're not afraid to kill men, women, and babies. Can you understand me? Look, the European government is not afraid of killing men, women, and babies. So you got to remember that part. So you got to stay out of harm's way by these governments. And if you can't understand that, it's too bad. As I said, the black man is not trying to take the land back away from the European people. They're content with the doing of the European people. They're content. And that's why they can do what they want. They have the opportunity to do what they want with other people. And once you don't understand that, you're going to be stuck. Hello? So once you understand that, you should know that these governments are not to be trusted with other governments because they want to make change. They want to change other government to their ways of doing things. And that's why it's called the One World Order. They want to make change to their doing. And the head of the One World Order is the United States. And the NATO is there to back their doing. So once you wake up and realize what this European is doing, you're going to overcome. Because they want to kill women and babies. Hello? They want to kill women and babies and leaders. And once you understand that, you will know the true meanings of these leaders. So straight up, you have to look out for the evildoers of the baby killers. You know what I'm saying? You have to look out for the baby killers. And people are crying right now for the brutality that take place with the president of Iran. That's a barbaric killing, man. Come on now. And look, and the American government have been doing this for a long time. In El Cabilan, they killed all the leaders. And also, the black leaders also helped the United States government to kill their leaders. And it's a shame. And once you cannot understand, that is a shame. I can't help you with your doing. No, sir. Remember, I'm not reading from books. I just talk by myself. Because book is made by man. His own thought, his own understanding, and his own doing, and own saying. When you write a book, just like my book. So stop playing games with the white man and try to take the land away back from him, and try to take your artifacts back away from him. And once you're not doing that, I can't talk with you. When you have that in your mind, then I can talk with you.
Listen to me, brothers and sisters.
And also,
listen carefully.
We gotta wake up.
The time has come.
All I can say, wake up. Peace
for the black
and respect to the black man.
To wake up.
Peace and respect.
To realize who he is. The black man.
And when you leave this Jesus alone,
listen.
And leave this European God alone,
don't you
I think we will come back to a right
with no
understanding.
homosexual. Don't you fool
but
around.
at dispensation of time, we are understanding.
That's not the way,
lost our
black man.
direction,
Come on,
lost our
black
thought,
man.
lost our
Listen to
understanding,
me.
lost
No
all our
hearts,
land,
don't
lost
tell.
our
That's
artifacts
some bullshit.
with the doing
Don't
of the
listen to
white
those
man.
words.
And
Stay away
once you
from
understand what I'm
uncleanness.
saying,
You sit in the seed of the
you're
cornful.
going to understand.
You become scanful. Sit in the seed of the
Peace,
clean.
respect.
You should be clean. Listen what I'm saying. Don't you play no game.